Well, I'm Patrick Goebel, president over at Star Lumber, lifelong Wichitan, 2006 EMBA grad from Wichita State, and just grew up loving the Shockers, going to basketball games. I still go with my kids today, and it's just a big source of pride in Wichita. And so Star Lumber's always wanted to support Wichita State, and we feel it's an important part of what makes home home. Yeah, so we have a contractor expo every couple of years where we bring in a bunch of our pro customers, and it gives them an opportunity to meet up with our vendors. And lumber in general isn't that exciting, but we play a lot of games. We have prizes, food and drink and all that. But when we heard about NIL, we thought, how much fun would it be to bring out some Wichita State Shockers? It was right at the beginning of the season, and give our customers a chance to be introduced to the new shocks, and so so we had a great event. They came out, and it was a lot of fun. Signed autographs for the kids, shook some hands, talked to some people, and it was fun. Setting it up was a lot easier than I thought it was. I had been reading about it in the paper. I'd come to one of the little seminars here and things like that, and it turned out to be real simple, though. I reached out to Armchair and ended up having a conversation with Timber about our event, and I was kind of feeling around, hey, is this the type of thing? We're all new to NIL, and we got to talking about it. And by the end of the first conversation, I was so excited that, I was going to do this. So it was really simple. I just reached out and got a response right away. Getting connected with Armchair Strategies was easy. Navigating NIL and understanding how to participate isn't, but Wichita State's made it pretty easy, and got connected with the website and the Armchair Strategies guys. We all know them, and it's really easy. We like to think of Star Lumber as building Wichita, and we've got an immense amount of Wichita pride, and our customers are like that too. I mean, they're heavily invested in this being a wonderful place to live, and bringing out the Shockers, it made it a lot of fun. We got them up on stage, and they even were part of the T-shirt toss. But I had a lot of customers come up and say how much fun it was to do something a little bit different and get a chance to interact. We see them on the court, but how many times do you really get to go up and talk to them and thank them and ask them how the season's going? So the customers really enjoyed that part.
So the event with Star Lumber was awesome. Had a previous relationship with Star Lumber, with Patrick, and he reached out and told us what his event was all about, told us kind of what they were looking for, something unique, something to kind of set them apart, be something special. And we contacted his office right away, got what they wanted, kind of what their vision was, and what athletic department, whether it be basketball, in this case it was the basketball players that they wanted at their event. And we made sure that their schedules were good, that the practice schedule, the game schedule, all of that coincided. And then from there it was easy. It was just making sure they showed up and that they were ready to sign autographs and have fun with everybody that was there. Honestly, it's very simple. Contact Tyler or myself, either via the phone or via the website. Usually within 24, 48 hours we'll get back to you. And honestly, from there, it's more listening on our side about what your vision is for the event, what exactly you're looking for, maybe which sport you'd like to identify, maybe if it's a charity or if it's an event for your corporate entity that you want to do. We just want to listen and get your feedback on that, and then from there we connect student athletes that are a part of the organization that want to be a part of NIL that we're working with. So I'll start with how this benefits the company. I think it from an employer perspective, when your employees see that you're involved in the community and that you're reaching out and you're affecting the lives of these student athletes, and it gives them just another experience that they may not have felt at the last 5 Christmas parties or the last 10 corporate events they were at. It's a unique and distinctive that stands out in their mind. So there's a lot of benefit that the company gets with that. Obviously, with it comes recognition with Armchair Strategies. We make sure that the student athletes either tweet out or Facebook or Instagram or all the social media platforms out there. We make sure that they get mentioned, that this is what they're a part of. And so the Shocker Nation as a whole gets to see that, hey, XYZ company, or in this case maybe Star Lumber, supports NIL, supports the university. You know, what does the athletic department get out of this? You know, as recruits come in, me being a former baseball player here at Wichita State, the recruiting process is a fun one. It's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking. There's a lot of new decisions that are being made, and now you throw into that NIL. The name, image, likeness is obviously new on the landscape of college athletics. But when a recruit comes in and he talks to, or she talks to the current athletes that are there, one question they're asking today that they didn't ask 20-some years ago when I was being recruited is, does Shocker Nation support via NIL? Does the Shocker community, does the Wichita community support us athletes through our branding, through our name, image, likeness? And there's a long conversation that goes on there. And so it's very beneficial to the whole athletic department for that. Obviously the athletes, you know, they're being able to get compensated on something that they've worked 15, 20 years to build, which is their brand, which is their skill set. And so obviously it's a huge value to them. You know, this is a very deep question. There's a lot of answers to give to this. You know, just with the whole college athletic landscape that's out there, it's very, very competitive. The transfer portal is something that it's real, it's there, and we have to deal with it. And so the ability to, one, get quality talent and right out of high school, but then obtain, to retain, better way to say that, retain that talent is imperative. NIL is imperative to be able to do that. And so the community coming in a way that they've never had the ability to do before is truly, on a one-on-one basis, affect and help the university grow. I mean, Wichita State, I've been in this town my entire life. Wichita State, amongst any other nation, amongst any other, I'm screwing this up all over. Wichita State has the ability to grow via NIL, unlike a lot of colleges in this country. Wichita as a community is an unbelievable community. I've lived in a lot of places all over the country because of sports, because of college athletics. Coming back to Wichita, because of the community that it is a giving community. It is a supportive community. And when that is combined with NIL, nationwide athletes feel that and they want to come be a part of it. And NIL is something that didn't exist before, that now truly there can be a one-on-one contact with those athletes, of course, after they get here, that says, hey, we support you and we want you to be here.